We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This is the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Takes this about 5 yards deep. And no run back on this one, so the new season will begin at the 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Saquon Barkley. Sheds off the tackle. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Saquon Barkley, 75 yards. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead.
The kick is
wow, first play in the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Big Ben and the Steelers with a first and 10 at their 25-yard line. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that's going to be incomplete. To hold on to that one, it's second down.
Play cool. Incomplete. He was covered by Xavier McKinney.
An incomplete pass leads to second and 10 from the 25. Off the play fake. Here's Roethlisberger. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Kyler Fackrell coming in hard that time on the blitz, and he gets him down. It's a loss of 4.
And 14.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
The danger of a punt that good, a 16-yard return, and it'll be Giant football first and 10.
2-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. It's complete to Golden Tate. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
for any offense versus a zone defense. Find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. A first down carry for Barkley. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last two plays. Back-to-back good play. First down. And Ingram's got it. Touchdown, Giants. Evan Ingram, 27 yards. And the Giants add on to their lead.
There's not much that's perfect in football, but that's about as close to it as you're going to get. Score, force a punt, score again.
And both drives were impressive. The opening drive was, that last one was. Now on the other side, though, what's your psyche? You're really behind the 8 ball.
You got to make sure you just hold in there. Survive the early storm, relax a little bit, and try and get back to your game plan. It's way too early for panic.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Steelers take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Now a throw here on 2nd down, and that's complete. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. 16 yards, a first down.
A gain of 6.
Good catch by Deontay Johnson, and he really helped fill a void during his rookie season when he had 59 catches that led the team, and he was first among all rookie receivers last season as well. Not bad for the 10th wide receiver selected in the 2019 draft. Really good play. Expects to continue to get better in this.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Julian Love picks it, and he'll bring this one back to the 29. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
From the 31, Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds, it looks like, right at the 40. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Jones. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going to go down. Tyson Alualu. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A good positive play there, 9 yards, but still 3rd and long. Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defense.
Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. T.J. Watt, the all-pro, in there to take him down.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the first half, and if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
On the return, Johnson. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Steelers will go on offense here, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. The result's not great thus far. A punt on the first drive and an interception last time out.
Now, let's face it, every team wants to come out on the field and play with some confidence, play with some tempo, play with some rhythm. And when you're making those types of mistakes, you're not getting any of that put together.
So what do you say, time to get back to the basics for them?
In a lot of ways, yes, but the biggest one, of course, is finding people who will take care of the football and make a few plays. You've got to have a drive now that calms down the entire team.
Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage.
Ball carrier.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. The free safety roaming all the way up to the line of scrimmage to make that stop.
How about his ability to trust his eyes and figure out it was not a pass play and go fast towards the line of scrimmage in order to make that tackle?
And that will be incomplete.
This offense has definitely been slow getting out of the gate. It's almost like they missed their wake-up call for this one. No points on their first 2 possessions, and now it's looking like none on this one either.
Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. A special teams mistake there, no doubt. Just 26 yards officially on the punt. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll get this up to about the 40. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. 13-0 is the score after 1 on EA Sports. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Off play action. Jones rolling to his right. And that'll be incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
Jones now from the gun on 3rd down. And he will take this all the way down to the 38-yard line.
Intercepted.
Boy, Brandon, that's what I'd call an ill-advised pass right there on 3rd down. I mean, you just need a yard or 2 to keep the drive going. Instead, he's trying to hit a home run. You've got to really like your chances if you're going to take a shot like that.
On 1st down, McFarland. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland, 38 yards. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. 13-7.
Makes the score Giants 13. Steelers 7.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown.
For Pittsburgh.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
Their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. And the pass is intercepted. He was looking for Ingram. Joe Hayden, the veteran, with a pick. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line.
1st and 10.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And tough sledding. He'll get maybe a yard. Stop short of the 35. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
On 2nd and 9, Roethlisberger complete. It's Johnson. It's a gain of 9 yards, and they'll be faced with a 3rd and inches.
It's a gain of 9.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll run with McFarland. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. Got what he needed for the first down with a gain of 2.
Each team has its own terminology. Some people call it jumbo, some call it monster, some call it king. But it doesn't really matter. They brought in the big lumber to pick up that first down.
Yeah, you think about goal line defense, with the goal line offense that time getting it done. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. A gain of 6 there on first.
It's a pickup of 6.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And this Giants defense getting off the ball quickly. They stop him behind the line again. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Roethlisberger. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 38-yard line.
From the gun, Jones. He completes it to Tate. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for a 1st down pickup of 18 yards.
At the 45-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley, he takes this for about 6 down inside the 40.
Ball carrier.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Barkley again, the ball carrier.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
Brings up 3rd down.
And we remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll hand things off to the coach, Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have a look back at a very intriguing opening weekend in the NFL. Now Jones. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. Saquon Barkley denied on 4th down. And this Steeler defense able to come up with a stop.
Turnover on down.
And they'll come out with a 3 tight end look on the first play of the drive. On 1st down, they'll start with McFarland. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. 1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Here's McFarland. And nowhere really to go there. He'll take this up just shy of midfield.
He was brought down.
Blake Martinez, 2nd in the league in tackles last year, gets another there.
It's 2nd and 8 at their 49-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. From the gun, this will be McFarland. And he'll get it down here to the 43. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. He's making quite a splash here in his NFL debut.
Well, he was advertised as being NFL ready, and both you and I tend to arch an eyebrow a little bit when we first hear that. But I think that they were right about this one.
Throwing now, Roethlisberger on 1st down. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. In the pocket, chucked it away, flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field, have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long. He's going to rifle one deep left side. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 13 yards, good for a Giant first down.
35-yard line.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
Second and 10.
Here's second and 10 now from the 35. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. Here's Jones throwing on 3rd and long. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll only get this to about the 35, well short of the line to gain. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we reach halftime here at our first Monday Nighter of the season. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Big Ben and the Steelers with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They begin the drive with McFarland. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. It was Cameron Wake who got in there to make the play.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Now on 2nd and 13, Roethlisberger. He'll find Smith-Schuster. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
And there's a catch by Juju Smith-Schuster, and he's hoping there's plenty more of that coming. 2019, not the year he expected. Lost his quarterback, Ben Roethlisberger, early. Dealt with a knee injury and missed 4 games, and his stats really fell. Just 552 yards through the air. But in 2018, what a big year he had then with Big Ben. 1,426 yards. He's hoping that the return of form of Roethlisberger leads to the return of form of himself. On
2nd down, here's Roethlisberger. will get this one to McFarland out of the backfield. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 35. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. McFarland running out of the gun. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will.
10. And a Steeler first down.
Here we go, get off the field. Get back 16.
Now Roethlisberger on first down. That's complete. It's Anthony McFarland. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds. They had a gain of 10 last time, now a gain of 20 here. Great mix of play calling so far. 3 runs, 3 passes. All 3 passes have been completions. 1st and goal.
I think on defense now, you have to almost take a chance. Rely on your scouting. Pick a play you think they would run here and just load up for it and see what happens.
It'll be a 3-yard pickup, and it brings up 2nd and goal.
Brings up 2nd.
And they'll employ the jumbo set now on 2nd and 1. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They'll run with McFarland. And he's in. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Anthony McFarland making quite a splash with his 2nd touchdown in his NFL debut. And the Steelers are able to make this a close game again.
The kick is good.
And it's up and good.
Makes the score Giants 16. Steelers 14.
Boswell now to kick it away after the touchdown. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And Ballantyne going to sit on this one. That'll be a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Ball at the 24 and a 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
38-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. From the gun, Jones. Pressure comes and the Steelers take him down. Bud Dupree in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. A give to Barkley out of the gun.
Saquon Barkley.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they will just roam and hit.
And he'll go down to the ground at the 39, and obviously that's well short of the 1st. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Johnson on the return. A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over.
10 at their own 28-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. They want to be methodical, or they want to take the big strike and go after it right now.
A gain of 9.
The previous run, good for 9. Here's second and a yard. Again, McFarland. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Tackle made by Dexter Lawrence. It's a gain of 6. First down, Pittsburgh.
On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's been a good one so far. Just a 2-point game here as we get set for quarter number 4. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now it's Roethlisberger. That's into the hands of his running back, McFarland. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
The last catch did get 3, but they're still left needing 7 yards on 3rd down. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one goes for 30 yards.
A gain of 30.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of. And, in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth-quarter comeback. And he hits a...
Johnson's got it complete. A gain of 6 there on first.
Johnson. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up second.
From the 17, here's 2nd and 4. On the give, this is McFarland. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9.
The ball carrier.
9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up 1st and goal.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And he's going to battle his way down right around the 2-yard line. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. On 2nd down, McFarland. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to bring up an interesting 3rd and goal. The shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Step, and he's in for 6 and a Steeler touchdown.
Pittsburgh.
Taking it in from 4 yards out, and the Steelers have taken the lead.
I'd have to say that for him, that was an all-encompassing drive because it was his arm that got his team down to that point, but his legs that finished the deal. Give him credit for making it happen.
Extra point put through by Boswell, and the lead is up to 5. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
Here's a throw out wide, complete to his running back right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. He'll get 15 and a Giants first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Off the play fake. Jones. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And maybe shades in the steel curtain here as the Steeler defense drops him behind the line again. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Down and 11.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Operating from the gun, Jones. And that is incomplete.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Now Jones throwing on 4th down. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. 4th down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. 4th quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a 1-score game. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. T.J. Watt in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves him still needing 11 here on 3rd down. 9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Got a man, Slayton. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the Steelers' 6-yard line.
They'll go to Barkley again. He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Never say never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but you got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you've got a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw. Flush to his right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Room here to run. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around a defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well.
And 9.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Again, it's Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long.
55 is my guy, 55. Watch the out.
Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. So now with 6 seconds remaining, we get a timeout on the field.
4th down.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll run for it with Barkley. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And it'll be a turnover on downs.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. Look at the clock. Everyone knows the situation. Probably time here for one final play.
And we know what that play is going to be. It's got to be some sort of Hail Mary, throwing it towards the end zone and hoping someone can catch it or catch it off of a tip. Think back to 2015. Didn't we see Green Bay pull that off twice in the season? Once in the regular season, once in the playoffs. So stranger things have happened. It'd be interesting to see what the defensive strategy is about who they put on the field to try and knock that ball away.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us.
Yo, who told us we ain't gonna win, man? Really? He's a bozo. Bozo. Really? We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. Yeah. I got it right in the end. Ay. Now we on top once again. I don't want it if it ain't love. If it ain't, get it away from me. Who you gon' jack if it ain't us? LABB to the bakery. So mad that I came up. I know my granny gon' pray for me. It was just us in the vacancy. We had to get it from A to B. Wheels never felt like this. 2 seats in the hills, how I feel righteous. Blue sheets for the mills, but the deal priceless. New keys can't kill what's still private. I might just double it up. Did it? Never enough, I'm with it. 5, 2, 3 on the business. Whole team got wins and the wheels still spinning. I told them. What I told them. We did a lot for the wins. Came in a drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey, I had to tighten the plan. Now we on top. Got a spot and it's locked to the click all in. I got ops. If he drop, I just hit my dance. I was pop, they just watched, had to take my wins. They wouldn't let me in. I've been on 10 cents. Who really holding it down? I've been holding it down and I go it again and again. Who was the dummy that died? I'm the coldest around, but he folding again and again. I'm in the what? I'm in the day. I'm doing.
Select the team you want to join. Start your season.
Rolling the dust. You with it, so what? Keep it running. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on top once again. We did a lot for the wins. Came in and drop on the 10. Now we on top once again. Yeah. Hey. I had to tighten the plan. I got it right in the end. Now we on 10.
Yeah, I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool. I'm incredible. Yeah, came for the dollars, call it vegetable. Can I get the dash? Can I catch me, bro? Ooh, can I get the dash? Can I catch me, whoa? Your whole team is no competition. Boy, I did it by myself, it's a solo mission. Running up the charts, I'm a fool, dog. Turn the whole field to a schoolyard. Bunch of students ain't eating around here. I'm the GOAT, little man, and I made it loud and clear. Put the gas on them like I'm with the Cavalier. Show no love, got the confidence, no fear. I use a dub, I'ma win, I won't lose with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Yeah, I'ma act a fool with this. Okay, yeah, can I hit that? Okay, yeah, can I hit that?
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us in a very rainy Kansas City, Missouri at venerable Arrowhead Stadium. The scene just a few moments ago, predictably loud and raucous here at Arrowhead as their beloved Chiefs took field, and they are set to match up with the Houston Texans. It's been a rough year for folks all across this great country, but football's back. The Texans and Chiefs, 2020 season underway. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. This is David Johnson, the former All-Pro. And they're able to get this one across the 35.
David Johnson.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus, the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
Escaping the pressure right. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. No score after one on EA Sports.
With no score.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They stay on the ground on first with Johnson. And they move this all the way down to the 9. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down. First and goal, a good chance for our first touchdown of the new season. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Kaepernick now on first down. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard.
Zach Cunningham on the tackle.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable second and short.
Kaepernick hit. Fumble. He lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. And I don't quite know what's happening here. It's a first down, but the field goal team is out onto the field. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. Here now, the first NFL carry for the LSU man. It's Clyde Edwards-Helaire. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Texans scoop it. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Amy Fairbairn on for the field goal. A 58-yard attempt.
And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And still nothing on the scoreboard. It remains a scoreless tie. So it was a golden chance to go ahead here in the final moments, but he misses for a second time in this game.
Brandon, either one of those go, and they might be on their way to a victory. Instead, they're going to have to hold on here defensively just to force overtime.
You talk about a big kick under pressure in the fourth quarter. I mean, that wasn't like a 33-yarder. That was long distance.
Not only does it show the faith that they have in him, but also remember, if they'd missed that one, they're giving up the ball near midfield, so they had to be very confident that he was going to put that one through the post.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. And now on is the field goal unit. And boy, this is speculative at best, crazy at worst. This to tie things up in the final minute. And as is to be expected, this is nowhere near being good from that distance. And this score will stay right where it is. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. My word, it'll be nothing short of a monstrous loss on the play, and that's going to bring up a second and about a mile here. So now on comes the field goal unit, and this will be a, shall we say, a rather optimistic try here. And this one is right down the middle. And this stadium is abuzz after that one, understandably so. I cannot believe he hit that thing.
And you can't help but think back to Tom Dempsey. And his record stood for, what, 43 years until Matt Prater broke it? And now here's a new record. And I'm with you. I cannot believe that ball went through the post.
Over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. I tell you what, it's kind of hard to imagine. They have not scored a single point, and yet they're in this position. A touchdown drive here, and they're in the... Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Well, that simply is a missed opportunity. They're in position. If they take the ball downfield and score, They got a chance to win the game. Instead, they cough it up. I don't think next week at practice is going to be a whole lot of fun for him.
On the other side, no bigger time to force a turnover when you've got that small lead.
Yeah, and when you look at it from the offense's perspective, taking care of the ball, so important. I know they're going to have all kind of ball security drills in practice all next week.
26-yard line.
Now this time, Kaepernick will throw. Rolling to his left. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And now look at him go. And that will write a finish to this ball game. Well, my friend, for the players, it's good for them to get that first game under their belts. For you and I, that first Thursday night game, also good for us to get that under our belts, wasn't it?
It was no longer preseason. We were into the regular season, the first game of the year. And, you know, all eyes were watching this one. Everyone was excited that football was back.
It is just special. You can just feel it. It's so good to have the pigskin back out there. It'll be crisp fall weather before we know it.
You got that right, but I love the build-up to it, right? All day long anticipating it, and then we got...
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain. Pain, can I kick it? Just the flex, I went and bought a chain. Can I kick it? Things ain't been the same. Things have changed. Can I kick it? People acting different, so I ask. Can I?
Hey, on my power, hey, look at my dogs from. It was way back then, claim what you saw, but you weren't with us. The higher the climb, the harder the fall, but how did you get up? I done got rich and went broke, then got rich again, just a little hiccup. I done been ballin' this pickup. Remember me being so bummy and being so hungry, I had to eat gristle. Ay, how did you let it go miss? Ay, her she was major, she mixed. Met her at one of the functions, we caught a little rhythm, she caught up a friend, they kissed and we dipped it, and that's how we kicked.
Let me explain what I did. Can I kick it? Hold on. Yeah, I got some rings and a range. Can I kick it? Yeah. Don't ask me a thing. How I got her, how I did it. Yeah. Spend the whole half, had a blast. Can I kick it? Even with a sprain.